What's going on, guys? Welcome back. FantasyTeamAdvisor.com bringing home the bacon MLB DFS video. It is Tuesday. It is already August 18th, and we are back with another video. I do apologize that I haven't had one out, or I had one Friday, and then the rest of the weekend I did not. As some of you know, or most of you know, we had a huge storm go through the Midwest. It knocked out my power last Monday at like noon, a little before noon, and we didn't get it back till like Thursday. So then I traveled to my parents. I did a video there on Friday, and then when I came back home, the internet was so spotty I couldn't get one out there. So I do apologize, but I thank you for everyone who has reached out either on Twitter or I did get a couple emails, so thank you. Everything's fine. We just lost all of our food. Specifically, I lost everything in my beer fridge, so I would say pour one out for that, but I can't because it's already been poured out. So that being said, we have a full slate of baseball that we're going to go over, so hopefully this video found you doing well in the past week since we didn't really have internet. Let me know, did you guys get screwed over Monday by Fanduel being down? I still can't log into Fanduel, so usually I like to compare what these pitchers got, prior on Fanduel. I can't do that right now. I can't access anything, which makes no sense considering they had basically 5 months to integrate whatever they were doing while there were basically no sports. But they choose the day that the NBA playoffs start. So high five on that one, Fanduel idiots. But yeah, so. If you don't know what we do in this video, we go through every single pitcher on the slate. So every single pitcher that's going, we're going to break it down. We're going to look at the pitchers against the batters and stuff like that. If you want to see the pitch, so out of all of those pitchers that we've got going on, if you want to see the handful of pitchers we like the most, click the link down below in the description of the video. That is the article that accompanies this. So if you want to win a free 5-day pass brought to you by Fantasy Team Advisors, all you have to do is be a subscriber, hit that like button on this video, and tell me which player is going to hit a home run on today's slate and how far will it go. That's just distance traveled is just a tiebreaker if multiple people have. So that it's really easy. If this video gets 30 likes, we'll put out a Fanduel and Draftkings GPP lineup down below in the description of the video as well. Also, we've got about 3 weeks until fantasy football is here. My question to you is, we have a couple of openings. This will be the 4th year of the league. Last year was a $100 buy-in for, I think, 10 teams, 2 places paid. I know with the pandemic, things are really weird. Whether or not you're jobless or we don't know what football is going to be. If there's anyone interested in fantasy football, I think we have about 3 or 4 openings so far. I haven't heard back from the other guys, so I'm going to give them a couple more days. But if you guys are interested in a fantasy football league, $50 buy-in, $75 or $100, email me, support@Fantasy Team Advisors, and put Fantasy Football League in the subject and tell me if you are interested. It's on Yahoo. If you are interested and the buy-in you guys would play for. I would like to get this going. Obviously, I'd like to get it all ready to go and the draft set up as soon as possible. So that being said, let's look at today's baseball slate. So looking at the weather, we've got Tampa Bay at the Yankees, 2%. Now, barring between this video being made, you watching it, and the actual weather, a lot can change. That storm that came through last week was I think our house got hit by 150 mile an hour winds. They said it's basically a Category 2 hurricane that we've never seen before in Iowa, and came out of nowhere. So weather can change at any time. As of right now, we don't look to have any concerns with weather, which I pray we do have. So yeah, and we're still waiting word on whether or not Pittsburgh will be able to play through. If Cincy can play, we know since I don't know why. Hold on one second, why that's going on. Don't mind the dogs. UPS, of course, had to come and deliver a package, and they love to bark. But, yeah, so we're still waiting on a couple of the COVID tests to come back. We're still waiting. So anything can happen between now and when the games are supposed to happen. So that is always something to pay attention to. It's just 2020. That's where we're at. So looking at that, we should be good without the weather. Crossing our fingers. But let's just dig into the pitchers. So we've got, I think, 4 early games. Obviously, I can't see the slate, so I can't tell you if there's an early only on Fanduel as of right now. Very much expecting to get some free money here just due to the fact that they did this. But should be 3 or 4 games early. We've got the first game here. You've got the Rockies at the Astros. You've got Sensatella versus Greinke. Sensatella's only faced 6 of the Astros' bats, hasn't given up a hit. Sure got 16.7% of the batters he's faced. Not a mathematician. I would assume that is probably one of the batters. It's one of the batters. So, not much sample size there. Huge sample size here. I mean, we've got Zach Greinke. He was with the Dodgers for X amount of years. He was with Arizona for X amount of years. Being in the NL West, he saw a ton of the Rockies. 412 plate appearances against him, a 20.1 K percentage, 240 batting average. Absolutely love Greinke here. I know he started off slow. It's been a weird year, like I said, but started off slow, but he should be back to go. Love Greinke here, especially on the early slate. Move to the Padres at the Rangers. Chris Paddock versus Mike Minor. Paddock's only faced 7 of the batters, 143 batting average. Hasn't struck out any of the batters. Mike Minor, on the other hand, 30 plate appearances, striking out 23.3 and a 138 batting average. I love that. GPP-wise, I don't mind because I think a lot of people are going to be looking at this, going to be looking, oh, Mike Minor, he's a lefty. We're going to take the righties here. They're going to go Machado. They're going to go Tatis. They're probably going to be looking at taking righties here, and I like Mike Minor here. GPP wise, early only with this amount of games, probably only GPP. But if I'm taking one of these guys, I'm taking Mike Minor. The Giants at the Angels here. You got Trevor Cahill versus Dylan Bundy. Cahill against the Angels, 58 plate appearances, 29.3 K percentage. That's not too bad. A 151 batting average. This will be his second start with the Giants. Dylan Bundy, on the other hand, 34 plate appearances, a 14.7 K percentage, kind of low. 226 batting average. We're still waiting for Dylan Bundy to crash down to earth. He started off pretty good. This one's tough. Cahill has great numbers. I mean, he's got great numbers with the batters on there, and they've got Trout, they've got Pujols, they've got Rendon. I think both of these pitchers could be an intriguing GPP option. Not trusting them cash. SP2 on Draftkings, you might be able to get away with it. Then I believe this probably is the last one on the early slate. I can't see it. You got Athletics at the Diamondbacks, Frankie Montas versus Luke Weaver. Montas, 35 plate appearances, 242 batting average. Luke Weaver, 6 plate appearances, 167. The Athletics are one of the hottest teams, if not the hottest team in the MLB right now. It's really hard to want to go against them, stacking them. I completely agree. In Arizona, Chase Field, that's Coors Field Jr., love me some Montas. But if not, I do like the bats here. Looking at the batting order, probably 1 through 4, 1 through 5, depending on what site you're playing on. Indians at the Pirates. Carlos Carrasco versus JT Brubaker. Carrasco, 20 plate appearances, a 211 batting average. I don't mind him at all just because Pirates, I think they're the worst team in the league. If they're not, they are one of 2 of the worst teams in the league. Just looking, Boston 6-16. They're worse than KC. Pirates are 4-14. Yeah, they have the worst record. They've got 4 wins, which is nuts. Love Carrasco here. Hopefully he's stretched out. Hopefully he goes, at least 5 to get us the W, get the extra points. But he should be in store for a good one. The Pirates are bad. Tampa Bay at New York. We saw this matchup a while ago. I don't remember when it was. The Yankees are now playing at home. They're against Tampa Bay. Blake Snell, 130 plate appearances, a 32.3 K percentage, 214 batting average. I don't mind that at all. But it's hard to take a lefty, or a pitcher at all, but a lefty pitcher against the Yankees at home with all of the righties they have in their lineup. Tanaka, on the other hand, against Tampa Bay, you've got 157 plate appearances, 26.8, 227 batting average. The problem I have here is they're not stretching him out. This will be his third or fourth start. Hasn't gone deep into games, which is kind of crazy. I believe his last game he was doing pretty damn good against Tampa Bay. I'm a little... I don't know why they're not stretching him out. Yes, he had a concussion. He got hit with the line drive. I understand that. That was also a month and a half ago, and his stuff has looked sharp. So hopefully they can get him out there long enough. But Tampa Bay has been one hell of a hitting team lately as well. They went, I think they took 4 of 5 from the Yankees in Tampa Bay or something like that, or 3 of 4, and then they just trounced Boston, but Boston's terrible. You got the Mariners at the Dodgers. You've got that's my work computer making that noise. I apologize. You've got Marco Gonzalez, 9 plate appearances, 222 batting average, or 250 batting average with a 22.2 K percentage against Tony Gonsolin. I would like Gonsolin here. Trying to see his game log, just see if he is stretched out at all, what they're doing with him. He last started on August 12th, 4.2 innings, 3 hits, 8 Ks. His first start of the year, July 31st, 4 innings, 1 K, no earned runs. Coming in with a 0-0 record, a 0 ERA, and a .69 WHIP. If he can get at least 5 innings, he could be worth it, especially against Mariners. So I think he could be a sneakier option compared to the other names that are out there today. You got the Nationals versus the Braves. You got Austin Voth versus Josh Tomlin. Voth, 25 plate appearances, 0.80 ERA, 32% K. I don't mind that, specifically with the Braves, how they've struggled lately without their top 2 hitter, in the top 2 batters in Albies and Acuna. But again, the Braves have, they still have some heavy hitters there. So Austin Voth, GPP, I do not mind. Then we could look at this. Look at Josh Tomlin, 75 plate appearances, only 10.7 K percentage, not good. 254 batting average. Washington has struggled this season. That is not unknown. That scares me a little bit. If I'm taking one of these guys, it's going to be Austin Voth for GPP. I don't trust either of these guys in cash. As of right now, we got the Mets at the Marlins. David Peterson versus to be announced. Nothing to like about this one. Most likely, look at the Marlins right. Now, this is crazy, but we're in 2020. A lot of stuff has happened. Marlins stacking has worked out, specifically their righties. You got Brian Anderson. John Birdie has come in handy for us on Saturday, I believe. Jesus Aguilar as well. I don't know if you guys followed us, but this weekend, even without video, so that's the thing. Even without videos, we put out articles, we put out cheat sheets, we put out our bacon station, we put out a ton of information. Once football starts, you will not get the week package for only $9.99. It will go up, or the 5-day package for $9.99. It will go up. I just letting you guys know that. So you can get in there now, or you can lock it in with the month pass, and that won't change. But we absolutely killed it on Friday. Our optimal lineup hit 220 or something like that. Crazy. Marlins have been a team that we have targeted, and it's worked out immensely. You've got Phillies at Boston. You've got Zach Eflin versus Zach Godley. Eflin, 15 plate appearances, 20% K, 333 batting average. Godley, on the other hand, 84 plate appearances, 27.4% K, 197 batting average, a 289 WOBA. I don't mind Eflin. I don't mind. We took him his last start, came through for us in his last start. I want to say he had 8 or 9 Ks for us. Huge for his price. Last Wednesday against Baltimore, 6 innings, 10 Ks. So he had 10 Ks. He did get the loss. He gave up 4 earned runs, but he got us the fantasy points we needed at his price. I want to say he was our SP2 on Draftkings that day as well. I don't mind him. Boston has been so bad. So bad. Not taking Godley. I don't care about his numbers. Philly's hitting. Look at their lefties. It doesn't matter. Look at their righties. Look, Didi, miss Didi so much. Didi probably going yick here at Boston. Buffalo Blue Jays at the Baltimore Orioles. It's really hard to take a pitcher against another 2020 weird story. Baltimore's been hitting really well. We don't know who's pitching for Buffalo right now. We've got Wade LeBlanc against them. 34 plate appearances, 394 batting average. I do think you could stack either of these. You could do a game stack here. Honestly, righties in this love a game stack. 4-4 game stack. And yeah, I don't mind that at all, to be completely honest. Reds at the Royals. We don't know who's going yet because we don't know if this game's going to be played. Tigers at the White Sox. You got Tariq Skubal versus Dylan Cease. Cease, 65 plate appearances against him. 23.1 K percentage, a 306 batting average with a 368 WOBA. I don't trust Dylan Cease here. Every time I've targeted the Tigers against the Tigers, they've hit our pitcher. I don't trust that. Wednesday, I do believe Casey Mize is making his Major League debut. If you have not picked him up in your season long, go for it. Milwaukee at Minnesota. You got Corbin Burns versus Kenta Maeda. Burns, 2 plate appearances, 0 batting average, struck out 1 of the batters. I'm not doing that. I'm stacking the Twins. Maeda, 84 plate appearances, a 269 batting average against him, striking out 20.2% of the batters he's faced. I do like Maeda here. I am scared a little bit of Milwaukee's bats. We saw them come a little bit more alive against the Cubs this past weekend, but Maeda could be what we're looking for here. So building that lineup through, love a twin stack, love Maeda here as the pitcher. Then you got Cardinals at the Cubs. You got Daniel Ponce de Leon, 1 plate appearance against the Cubs, 0 batting average. Yu Darvish coming off of a terrific start, which would have been on Thursday. We used him. I'm trying to remember what day it was. He had a no-hitter through most of it. Thursday against Milwaukee, 7 innings, 11 Ks. Got us 60-plus fantasy points on Fanduel. Against the Cardinals, 92 plate appearances, striking out 35.9%, 176 batting average. This right here is the Yu Darvish that the Cubs signed to an extension. This one that's pitching right now. He's coming in with a 3-1 record, a 188 ERA. He's 10th in the major leagues, 27 Ks, and a .75 whip here. Love Yu Darvish. Just make sure the wind isn't blowing out. If it's blowing in, that's even better here. I think that will be a little bit... he'll be highly owned compared to what he was last week because of how he did last week. So, there you go, guys. Those are the pitching options on the slate. All of the options there, we've got it whittled down. If you want to see the ones we like the most out of there, so all of those pitchers, 28 to 30 pitchers we just went over. If you want to see the handful of ones that we like, click the link down below. That is today's article. Do not mind the dog right there. So yeah, in that article, we have the pitchers we like. We have the stacks we like. We don't go into detail with the stacks. If you want to see the individual bats we like in the stacks, those are on our cheat sheet. We also have the top BVP plays, which you can find as well. That's what I've got, guys. If you guys are looking for fantasy football advice, currently we have... what do we have? We have some projections out right now on the website. You can go check that out under NFL. I believe it's 2020 QB... 2020 draft in there. You can check that out. We'll be putting that out there as quickly as possible as well because, like I said, we're 3 weeks out for hopefully a potential full season of NFL. So we've got that going on as well, and I'll try to get some videos out sooner than later, obviously. So again, if you guys are interested in joining Fantasy Football League, email me, support@fantasyteamadvisors.com. So what I got, guys. Good luck today, and as always, bring on that bacon, guys. Peace.